When you are moving to a new city, especially one the size of San Antonio, it's very difficult to know exactly where you want to live. I'm sure you've already started your research on what neighborhoods are best for you and your family. We're going to help you guys out with that today. We're going to go over the top 5 communities that we think are going to be best for you and your family, and they happen to be the 5 that we would definitely move our own families to. So stick around. Let's go. All right, Trevor, these are not in any particular order.
Yeah.
So let's just start with a bang right now. Not necessarily the best one or the worst one.
You ready?
Let's do this.
Kinder Ranch. Kinder Ranch is an amazing community, man. I love this one. It made our top 5 list last time we did one of these videos, and you can go check that out. We'll drop a link down below, and you can go check out our old video to see what has changed. But no surprise that made it this list again, man. This is one of our favorite places, especially if you want to live up north, kind of by Stone Oak, but you want a newer home. You want newer construction. Stone Oak's been around for 30-ish years.
It's been a long time. I'm not exactly sure how long, but it's well established.
It's well established, so there's not a whole lot of room for new construction. So this shares a lot of those same amenities. It's about 10 to 15 minutes north of 1604 if you go straight up 281, and it is beautiful, man. You have builders out here like Ashton Woods, Perry, Sitterly, Monticello even.
Yeah.
Tons of really high quality builders, right? There's no budget builders out here in this area, that's for sure.
That is correct.
Now, what's really cool about this is that up until a couple of years ago, if you lived out in this community and your kids went to high school, you had to drive them all the way out to Smithson Valley High School, which is, if you know, about a 25-minute drive one way. That's insane. They built a new high school. It's called Piper High School, and it's actually built right in the center of all of Kinder Ranch, which makes it super cool. So no matter where you're coming from in this community, your kids have access to the school.
And it's a beautiful high school, and it really, I feel like it's a new standard that they set with the way that they built this high school. I mean, it really does look like a university.
A high standard at that, right? You think of Friday Night Lights, this is that place.
Yeah.
Now, this neighborhood is gonna start in the 500s and go all the way up to the $800,000-$900,000 range. So this is a higher end community, but it has just about every amenity that you can imagine. When it comes to shopping and entertainment, you have access to everything that Stone Oak has, and also TPC Parkway and the JW Marriott, which is right down the street. Lazy River, if you know, I always harp on Lazy Rivers, they have one. So
now,
great.
How far are you from downtown for Kinder Ranch?
Yeah, good question. So you're about 30 minutes from downtown or so, not too far, but you're also just on the city limits of San Antonio,
right?
Which is really, really nice. So you can still enjoy the amenities that San Antonio has to offer, not too out of the way for downtown, but you are far enough to be away from the hustle and bustle and still enjoy a little bit of those hill country features.
Now, I do think that Kinder Ranch offers something for both new construction buyers and resale. Kinder Ranch is a pretty new area. However, they've been building out there for a few years now. So you are starting to see resale in that neighborhood. So if new construction is not what you're exactly looking for, but you're still wanting a newer-ish home in a new community, Kinder Ranch is still perfect for you.
You have options, guys.
Okay, guys, the next community that we're going to talk about is Arcadia Ridge. Now, Arcadia Ridge, it's a nice little community. Dude. Arcadia Ridge is going to be located right off of Potranco Road near 211, about 15 minutes outside of 1604, and it's going to be in the county, actually. You're going to have a San Antonio address, but you're going to be serviced by Bexar County. You're also going to be in North Independent School District, and this neighborhood has really gotten pretty popular as of late.
Which is crazy because there's not very many people who talk about Arcadia Ridge, right? A lot of the times, in my opinion, it kind of flies under the radar. But,
well, it grew pretty quickly, and then it kind of slowed down, and now they've opened up a new section, and now it's growing again. There is only one amenity center there, which is kind of weird because the neighborhood is so big, but they are planning on a second amenity center. Now, what I like about Arcadia Ridge and where it's located is you are close to pretty much all of your conveniences that you need to live, right? You've got H-E-B down the road, you've got Costco, Walmart. You're about 10 minutes from Alamo Ranch, so you've got the Alamo Ranch Shopping Center, which has Target, Lowe's, Home Depot. I mean, you name it, it's all right there.
Now, let me ask you this. You mentioned that it was off of 211 in Potranco. How far of a drive is it to downtown?
So from downtown, you're going to be about 25 minutes. Now, you are going to have to add some time to that commute right now because they are starting to do a lot of construction. The word construction, right? That's all we hear is construction in San Antonio. They are starting new construction there at Highway 211 and 90, which pretty much you only have 2 ways to get to downtown, Potranco Road or 211 and 90. They're starting to build some flyovers and stuff there. So it's going to take you about 35, maybe even 40 minutes. Now, if you're working Lackland Air Force Base, Arcadia Ridge is a perfect neighborhood for you because you're about 15, 20 minutes from Lackland, which is great.
What I love about Arcadia Ridge is I think it is able to provide a really quality neighborhood home amenities at a pretty decent price point too. It's at a lower price point than Kinder Ranch by a pretty significant amount, right?
Yeah, so when you're looking at the price point in Arcadia Ridge, resale, you could find homes anywhere from the mid threes and up. Now, when it comes to new construction, you're looking at Perry, you're looking at Castle Rock, Empire Homes. Those are gonna start you in the low to mid fours and up. So although the price point is a little bit lower than say Kinder Ranch, it's still pretty good. You're not gonna have any budget builders in there again, like we talked about with Kinder Ranch.
Right.
There aren't gonna be any budget builders in there, but you know, it is still pretty affordable for a
little
lot of
easier
people.
on the budget, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, guys, next neighborhood we're gonna talk about is Potranco Oaks. Now, this one, if you're following this channel, we recently did, man, this was easily top 5.
Easy.
For many
Easy.
reasons, right?
Yeah.
So you're looking at a couple different builders in here, right? You're looking at Davidson Homes, and then you're looking at Chesmar Homes. Now, if you're familiar with both of these, they build anywhere from, you know, $200,000-$300,000 homes all the way up. Now, this one in particular is going to be a higher end neighborhood, right? This is going to start in the 500s, but we've seen homes in there go close to $1 million, depending on how you spec them out, right?
Yep.
Now, the cool thing about this is located exactly 1 foot inside of Castroville, so you get to reap the tax benefits of not being in San Antonio, but you are still close enough to San Antonio. Again, it's all technicalities at this point, right?
That's right.
Lot lines and technicalities. So it's actually going to be not too far from Arcadia Ridge, where we just talked about, right?
Maybe you're going to be 7 minutes or so up the road from Arcadia Ridge.
Yeah.
It's just right down the street. If you've heard of Redbird Ranch, you're going to be in that area off of Potranco Road, and you're going to be just a little bit further west of 211.
Right. So when it comes to the amenities and whatnot, they share a lot of the exact same ones as Arcadia Ridge, just due to that proximity, but a very, very different product.
Your major shopping center is still going to be H-E-B right there at Stevens Ranch.
Right.
You're still going to have Costco off of Potranco, still going to be where you go. All those things are the same.
I love a good Costco near me.
Hey, you know what? Also, if you're also right down the street from downtown Castroville, so if you're wanting the charm of Castroville and the Castroville Park and all that stuff, you're right there as well.
That is a great call.
Yeah.
Now, here's the best part, in my opinion, about Potranco Oaks. Every single lot is on a minimum of half an acre, right? So if you want space, if you want to not reach out and touch your neighbor right next to you,
that's a great neighborhood to be in.
Love you, but I don't want to touch your house.
One of the things too that I love about that is you will find not only 3-car garages, but 4-car garages in that neighborhood.
There's
absolutely
and there's only a
amazing.
handful of places that do that here in San Antonio. Chesmar, one of my favorite builders, right? They offer a great product out here, but you're getting large lots, really high quality products in a great area. The city's expanding out that way, and you can expect to reap the benefits, especially of the value of your home as the city continues to grow.
Now, you know how I zone out sometimes, which I think I did? I don't even know if you touched on the proximity from Potranco Oaks to downtown. But if you didn't, I'm gonna say it again. You're only about 30 minutes from downtown. You are unfortunately going to have to deal with the same traffic as you would with Arcadia Ridge. You're going to have to deal with Potranco, 211, 90 traffic. It sucks in the morning. It sucks when you're on your way home. They still need to do some expanding of Potranco Road and 211. But if you can deal with that for the next couple of years, I think that it's going to pay off tremendously.
Understandable. Last thing I'll say about this neighborhood, it's going to be in Medina Valley ISD. And if you haven't seen our school district video, again, we'll drop a link to that down below. But that district is very highly sought after, right? It stayed very stagnant for a long time, and it's experiencing some crazy growth. Very highly rated. Kids love it. Parents love it. Great benefit. Potranco Oaks is a good spot, man.
If you're looking for an amenity center, however, Potranco Oaks is not going to be the neighborhood for you because there is no amenity center there. Usually when you're looking at neighborhoods that are on half-acre lots and plus, you don't always find amenity centers. A lot of times people just kind of build their own pool in their backyard and things like that. So that's going to be reserved for our next neighborhood, which is Davis Ranch.
Ooh. So you said Davis Ranch. That's right, dude. Davis Ranch is actually a really legit spot. Also overlooked. Now, Davis Ranch they've been building this out for a couple years. I remember back in 2020, before COVID happened, I actually looked at a home in Davis Ranch and we almost purchased it.
I did too. Yeah.
It's a good spot, and there's really a good reason why, right? So location-wise, it's going to be just off of Shanefield Road in 1604 on that northwest side. So this is going to put you I'd say about 35 minutes from downtown, and the reason why is because you have to drive a little bit to hit 151 or I-10 to take it in town.
Right.
But it's about the same distance as all these other neighborhoods are outside the loop of 1604. Now, this is Northside ISD, and the cool thing about this neighborhood is that all the schools, your elementary school, middle school, and high school some of them are within the community, but also the ones that aren't within the community are less than a 5-minute drive to get to. Super convenient. When it comes to location too, I love this neighborhood because it backs directly up to Government Canyon. If you're looking to go run outside, but you don't want to look at your neighborhood pavement houses, run on over into Government Canyon, man. That's amazing. Which also means, I want to add on to that, that is that there are no more neighborhoods going to be built up behind Davis Ranch.
Right.
Because that's government property, right? That's a state park.
Yep.
And that's where it stops. So you have the beautiful view, you have these amenities. On top of the amenities, dude, there's some really nice stuff in there, isn't there?
They have a great amenity center. So they got the water slide, beautiful pool. We'll throw some footage up so you can take a look at that. Very, very nice. It's just a really pretty neighborhood, especially for the price point. You would expect at that price point, it wouldn't be as pretty as maybe Kinder Ranch, but it actually is just as nice.
You get a lot of those same amenities that you would expect to see in a $500,000, $600,000 neighborhood. You get a lot of those amenities within this.
Now it's not a gated community, and it's not broken up into multiple subdivisions like you will see in Arcadia Ridge, Kinder Ranch, and some others around town. But it's just one big neighborhood. It's not gated. But even with that not being gated, it's extremely nice.
Here's the cool thing about Davis Ranch too, is that there's a product in there for just about everybody, right? So yes, they do have Syntex homes and they do have Pulte homes, but you're also going to find builders like David Weekley, Highland, and Coventry, which, as you know, a lot of them build in these higher end neighborhoods, and their houses are very expensive, but they're also super legit quality.
We recently just helped some clients of ours who moved from California close on a house here in Davis Ranch, and we have heard nothing but good things from them. They absolutely love it, as we thought that they would, and we think that you'll love it as well. All right, guys, last but not least, but certainly the furthest away, is going to be Esperanza, located in Bernie. This is truly a master plan community.
Yeah, man. The word master plan community gets thrown around quite a bit by a lot of people in real estate, a lot of neighborhoods, and they have some amenities, but they're not truly master plan communities. If you were to look it up in the dictionary, dude, Esperanza is absolutely a master plan community at its finest.
Now, it is not even halfway complete as far as its build out goes, but once it is, it's going to be over 1,700 acres, 450 acres of open space, 20 miles of hiking and biking trails. It's going to feature an on-site fire and EMS emergency services, a town center with retail shops, restaurants, you name it. This is going to have it all.
Do you think that they would sell me one of those acres?
I don't know, but if you're looking to build your own house, there is a subdivision where you could choose one of the other builders that's in that neighborhood and build a home on your own lot, custom.
Dude, that's incredible.
That's pretty nice. But if you're just looking for resale or just new construction, you're gonna have multiple builders to choose from. You're gonna have Highland, Perry, Monticello. Who else we have in there?
You got Scott Felder, and you also have Chesmar as well.
All top-notch builders. And the product that they feature in Esperanza is going to be even a little bit higher than what you would find in some of the other communities around San Antonio with those same builders.
Each of those builders has, this is probably their top of the line product, at least top two.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
Now, price ranges throughout Esperanza is going to start anywhere from the mid fours on up to million plus.
Yeah.
It is broken up into multiple subdivisions. One subdivision is 55 over. So that's awesome too.
That's you don't see that very often, especially within a regular community. And I want to say that part of the community is gated as well.
Yep.
So the other thing I really like about Esperanza is that it's located in, it is Bernie, so it's a little bit further from San Antonio boundary lines, but you do have Bernie ISD, which is probably one of the top 10 school districts in all of Texas, and there's tons of them, right?
Yep.
High schools are great, the elementary schools are great, middle schools, all of that stuff. It's fantastic. The other thing to this too that I wanted to mention is that this community even has a dog park.
A huge dog park.
And I don't mean like, oh, there's a strip of grass. I mean like, no, dude, like this is a dog park for sure.
It's huge. It's probably what, maybe 2 acres?
A couple acres. It's massive.
It's a massive dog park with obstacles and all that. Now, if outdoors life is what you enjoy with you and your family, I know it is for me and my family, then being in Bernie is definitely a great place to live. You've got Bernie Lake. You are, out in that hill country. You do get those hill country views.
But you're close enough to San Antonio where it's not that much of a drive. If you want to come over to the Rim Shopping Center or La Cantera,
just up the highway,
it's not that far. It's maybe a 15 to 20 minute drive. Now, if you are looking to go downtown San Antonio, you're looking at about a 40-minute drive, maybe 45 minutes depending on traffic. But I know they're working on that highway as well, so they should be expanding it pretty soon.
As you do your research and you're looking at Bernie for you and your family, you are definitely going to want to check out Esperanza. Okay, guys, short and to the point. We hope that you liked this video and that it gives you some perspective and some understanding on what we believe are the top 5 neighborhoods in San Antonio. Make sure you contact us. Our information is on the screen right now. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email or stop by our website and fill out the form so we can get back to you. We would love to talk to you about you and your family's goals moving to San Antonio.
And if you are planning on moving to San Antonio within the next few weeks, next few months, next few hours, I don't really care. Follow those instructions that he just said. Hit us up. We would love to meet with you guys and help you guys out with everything that you need. Guys, can't say it enough. Thank you so much for watching our videos and the continued support. We love y'all. We'll catch you in the next one.